What is up, guys? My name is Pocketcraft, and welcome back to the Minecraft Pocket Edition Survival Guide. Welcome back, everybody. Today we are going to be covering one of my personal favorite topics in all of Minecraft, and that is villagers. Today we're going to do our best shot to go out and find a village. However, before we do that, I want to make it so I can easily access the village from my base. And so we're going to do that by building a nether portal here, and then one right next to the village. And this will also be good because it'll help us link up to our other spot in the nether, where we may end up making a nether base later. I don't really know yet, but I'd like to start the beginnings of a nether hub. Now, this is something that I did not explain, actually, in the last video I did, which was about the nether. I forgot to tell you guys a really important thing about the nether, and one of the reasons it's so great. In the nether, every block in the nether is actually, let's get over here. I'm not sure if I did that the right amount. I did, okay. Every block in the nether is 8 blocks in the overworld. Did I build this wrong? I definitely built this wrong. 2, 3. Oh, yep, I built that wrong. I'm going to have to go grab my diamond pickaxe really quickly. That was embarrassing. Sorry you guys had to see that. But what I was trying to say when I was stumbling over my words is that a block in the overworld is 8 blocks in the nether. And so you're probably like, okay, what does that mean? Right? Why is that important? So the reason that that is important is because that means that you can travel way quicker in the nether, right? So if you travel 100 blocks in the nether, it's actually traveling 800 blocks in the overworld. So if I want to get somewhere that's 800 blocks away, if I go through the nether, I only have to walk 100 blocks. Now, that comes with the added danger of being in the nether, right? The nether is not the safest place. But you can kind of just make an enclosed little tunnel and go from place to place. And so we are going to work on doing that gradually throughout the series. We'll probably have an episode where we just kind of focus mainly on that. But what I want to do really quickly is I'm going to go through the portal right now. And all I'm going to do is take a screenshot of the coordinates. And then I'm going to come right back out. Just so I know where I am. And is this the exact... Well, this is unfortunate. This is the exact same portal that my other one sent me to. And so this is a glitch that sometimes happens in Pocket Edition, and I don't know exactly why it happens, if I'm being honest with you guys. And that's what I was worried about. So this just transported me. Oh gosh, and there's a magma cube attacking me. It's kind of fun to see one of these in the overworld. I might just leave it here. Here's the issue though. This just transported me over to the other nether portal, which is fairly far distance, about 800 blocks actually from my base. So that's unfortunate, but here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go and look for a village and try and find one, and then I will bring you guys back when I get to the village. But the title of this video is actually probably going to be how to find a village in Minecraft or something like that. And there isn't really a surefire way, I guess is what I would say. You kind of just got to walk around and find one. They're really not that rare. They're actually not too hard to find. If you walk around for 1,000 blocks or so in one direction and look around enough, you should run into one. They're not terribly hard to find. You just kind of got to look around. But that being said, I'm going to go and do that. Go look for a village. I'll bring you guys back when I get there. We are in luck. We found ourselves a village. And the really exciting thing is it is actually really close to my base. I actually found it trying to get back to my base from the little nether portal fiasco we had. And so what I want to do really quickly is I'll run through the village here exploring, but this is what a normal village looks like. You guys have seen the abandoned one. This is what a normal one would look like. And the villagers themselves are around here somewhere. They must be. They're probably out at work during the day. But this is exciting. I love working with villagers in Minecraft. I think the Village and Pillage update was probably my favorite one that happened. See, there's a villager right there. And what we're going to do A lot of times I'll go and I'll make my own village actually by my base, but I don't think I'm going to do that with this one. I think I'm just going to work on building up this village. However, I do want to do a couple things to make it a little bit safer. First of all, we are going to light up this cave here because we don't want mobs just to be able to come up whenever. And we don't want villagers to fall down in here. So I'll actually probably cut off this cave at some point when I get more into working with the village. But I got a little distracted there. That's not that important. What we really need to focus on right now is finding a quicker way to get here. So I'm going to try the nether portal thing again. However, if I'm being honest, I don't really think it's going to work. And if the nether portal thing does not work, which I don't think it will once again, I do have one other idea that isn't nearly as efficient as a nether portal, but it'll get the job done. And so we'll go right here. 1, 2, 3. And then we'll do a block right there. I go 1, 2, 3. And I've never had a nether portal attached to a tree before, so that's kind of fun. And I have a bad feeling this is going to take me to the exact same spot. Which, I mean, is awesome because I can get to the other nether portal spot whenever I want. But it stinks because then I can't really do a proper nether hub. You know, an area to transfer from. And this is really confusing, I'm going to be honest with you guys. Because I had this issue in one other world. I looked up a lot of stuff about it, and it said that this happens when the nether portal is backed up to a wall. So I took out the wall, and then it started to work. But none of my nether portals are up against a wall. I mean, maybe this counts as being up against a wall, but I don't think so. And so I don't really understand why it's doing that. So I'm going to research more of that in my own time, see if I can figure that out. But for the meantime, we are just going to have to improvise and do my own idea. These are llamas, by the way. Llamas are a really cool mob. You can get an item called leads and lead them around, and you can have a train of like 4 of them. I think will follow you. If you're just leading one, others will follow. And you can put chests on them, and they'll actually hold quite a bit of items, and you can travel along in the caravan. It's pretty cool. We may have to do that at some point. But I'm going to head back over to the village, and then I'll show you guys my other idea that we're going to do. So we're back at the village, and I actually just found something that's a bit of a game changer. So I went into the chest here, and I noticed that there is a saddle. So a saddle is an item that I've been looking for quite a while, and it's nighttime, so we're going to have to go to bed. Because I've been not as much, I don't know if annoyed's the right word, but it's just been tiresome. I've had to kind of run around all over the place. I'm actually going to wake this villager up and steal his bed, which is kind of rude. But I've been tired of having to just run around everywhere, and I've seen a bunch of horses. So I was hoping I'd be able to get a horse, and then I can go all over the place. And now that I have a saddle, I can get a horse. However, I was thinking that the main reason I wanted to do what I'm about to do was so that I could get from the village to my base quickly. And a horse would do that for me. However, in retrospect, I also want to be able to move villagers around quickly and see if I can get some back to my base if need be. And so I might still do my plan. It's kind of hard to decide if I'm being honest. I think I'm still going to do it. May not be the best idea to do it at this point if I'm being 100% honest, but I'm going to do it anyways just because why not? And I think it'll be fun. I've never done this big of one. So I want to do, I've just been dancing around it, is I'm going to build a rail system, right? And it's going to take quite a lot of iron, actually, unfortunately, and gold. But I'm going to build a lot of rails and see if I can get from my base to here. And I think I'll start over here. And I'm a little bit worried. I don't exactly remember even how to get to my base. but I know it's somewhere in this direction. So I'm going to go, and I guess rails is an item I haven't explained yet. Rails are what they look like. It's basically like a roller coaster or a train or however you want to think of it. They're powered rails, are these ones, which take gold to build. And then there's these normal rails right here. And so powered rails do need redstone by them to function. And so we'll have to get a power source for them to work. And you need powered rails for your rails to actually go places, unless it's affected by gravity, of course. And then normal rails, as the term implies, are just normal. They just kind of fill it in. But this is a great way to transport villagers and lots of other things is through rails. And so that's how I'm going to do this. And I was planning on transporting myself this way as well, actually. But considering that I now can get a horse, I may not use it as much, but also it's kind of fun to use these, so I might do it anyways. But I'm going to finish doing this because it'll take me quite a while, and I'll see you guys when it's done. Actually, I lied to you guys. I want to see how far it actually is to my base, and so I want to get a horse first, but I thought it might be a bit rude of me to tame my first horse without you guys even be able to see. So I'm going to tame my horse, this horse, right now. If I can remember how to do it. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so you get to this screen right here, and you put the saddle on top, and then you can ride the horse wherever you go. And interestingly enough, horses actually have, like, their own stats, in a way, I guess is how I'd put it. Some horses are faster than others. Some can jump higher. So like, this one can't jump, like, at all, which is kind of embarrassing. But he's actually pretty fast. And so, yeah, I guess that's about it. Horses have stats. And so this is my horse for now. There's a lot of other horses I may switch around because he can't jump very fast, but he can move pretty quickly. And it looks like it's a good distance from my base to here. But I think I can cover that amount actually in rails. And so I'm going to get going on that, and I'll see you guys in just a second. So I have officially run out of rails, and we almost made it. I'll show you guys how close we got, and so we'll come back and we'll finish this another time once we get more gold. But we got pretty close. And also, so to ride in rails, you need a mine cart. And to make a mine cart, you just put some iron and a crafting table. It only takes about 5, and then you can make it. And I realized I forgot to power this last rail, which is perfect because it'll show me how to teach you guys. So powered rails are not automatically powered. You need to put something there to power them. So you could do like a block of redstone or something, but what I find to be the easiest is just a lever, because all it costs is a stick and a piece of cobblestone. And then you just get in your minecart, you press forward, and it'll take you all the way to the end. And now you can use this to transport animals, villagers, all sorts of things. And now it can be a little bit tricky to get villagers in here. There's a method I like to use, which I'll show you guys when I actually end up moving villagers somewhere, which I don't think I'll do in this episode, but it will be coming up soon. I'll make an automatic crop farm soon. I think I can probably just leave that there, to be honest. That's the only place I'll be using it. But there's one thing that I really want to do before I move on to something else. There's something in this village I think needs to be fixed, because I'll do a lot of villager stuff in future episodes. I don't think I'll do a whole lot with them right now, but one thing I realized that concerns me a little bit is I don't think they have a farmer villager here. I've been looking around, so they have a composter, they have a field of beetroot here, but I don't see a farmer villager, which is a big problem, because if there is not a farmer villager, eventually the village will die out, because how villages work is I didn't see any green dots, so there's definitely not a farmer villager. So we're going to try and find, let's go with this fisherman over here. I'm going to be kind of rude and break his workstation block, so he has to take the other one. So we'll break his barrel. How villagers work is they're assigned to a workstation block, like a barrel or a, oh crap. Now he's a blacksmith. It's like a barrel or like a grindstone for a blacksmith, and they will work at that with that station. Each station has a job that is assigned to it, right? So that grindstone right there is for a blacksmith. The composter that I've been breaking is for a farmer. Barrels for a fisherman. And they have specific trades that they set up. But they also, some of them do some duties within a village. For example, a blacksmith doesn't do anything, actually. The only one that I think really does much is a farmer, and now he's a librarian. Gosh dang it. So I'm going to go break the stuff in the librarian's house, the lectern, because we need this guy to be a farmer. Hopefully, if I end up breaking every workstation block in town, this guy will become a farmer. Sometimes it can be a little bit difficult to get them to get the job you want them to, but eventually it should happen. There's only so many options, so this guy should become a farmer eventually. And he is a farmer. Awesome. So the reason I wanted this guy to be a farmer so bad, and I'm actually going to trade with him right now, so you can lock in their trades. Once you trade with a villager, they're stuck as that job. If you haven't traded with them, they can be all sorts of jobs, but once you trade with them, they're stuck as that job. And trading with villagers, I guess I should have showed you more of that, how it works, is there's usually an item that you can trade with them. Like here it's beetroot, and they give you emeralds. Then you can also trade emeralds to them for some other item. And so now that I've traded with him, he's locked in, and he will stay a farmer. And that is really, really important. And the reason that's really, really important is because for villagers to breed, for you to get more villagers, they need to have a couple of requirements. They need to have enough beds, which there's plenty of beds in here. And my main concern is if some villagers die, I don't want the whole village to die out because that happens sometimes. I want them to reproduce. So we have a continuous village. And so if some villagers die, they can just breed and we can get more is the idea here. But they need a bed and they need to be well fed. And for them to be well fed, they need a farmer, because a farmer villager, he'll farm and then he will throw his excess food at other villagers in a way that I can actually show you guys in a second. I'll throw this bread at these villagers if they stop running away from me. We'll chase down this guy and throw him some bread. And so then the farmer villager, and actually any villager, if they have excess food, will give it to other villagers. The farmer villager is usually just the one you notice because he grows the food, so he has it a lot. So I threw that bread at him, and he should take it if I push him at it. Yeah, see, so now the bread is in his inventory, and so he will be hopefully willing to breed soon. I don't know if he has enough in him. But one other thing that I'm going to do in this village is I'm going to fill all these holes up around here that lead to the caves so our villagers don't die. But I'll do that off camera because that'll be probably pretty boring to watch. But that's probably going to be it for today's episode. We accomplished the goal. We found a village. We got things set up. But next episode, we'll probably do more with villagers, get more of a setup going here because villagers are my favorite way to prepare and get better equipment and everything. But there's a lot of setup that goes into villagers. So we'll probably do some villager stuff. We might do some other stuff as well. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please show it by throwing down a like. And if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch you all in the next video.